Alrighty, y'all. So I have very much tried to be pretty positive. I'm turning on the face cam for this video. I've tried to be pretty positive about NBA 2K26, my team so far, and I legitimately do feel, for the most part, pretty good about this game mode so far. Tuesday content is not it is probably the one area really mainly where I do not right now. Is this really the entirety of the content for the entirety of season 1? We're just gonna get Wild Gems super packs every single week for the same 5 players? Not to mention, none of these 5 players can be attained by the average casual player. You know what I mean? Like the amount of stuff you need for these players, you need a pink diamond in addition to, for any of them except for Caitlin Clark. Of course, Caitlin Clark's not that good. The other 4 are great. By the way, KG's not that great. He's amazing, but his jumper's not that good. Therefore, he's a little meh. Embiid's really, really good. Pippen is the best card in the game, and SGA is the best point guard in the game. He's also really, really good. I would say Pippen, SGA, and Embiid especially are just absolutely incredible cards. But those cards are so expensive to get, and I like the cards in the Wild Gems super packs, but just having the entire season be based off of 5 cards for Tuesday content is super lame, especially when no money spent pro pass only players aren't going to be able to get these cards. Like, I have actually been really lucky and also really smart so far on my pro pass account, and I've made a lot of MT. I'm at like almost 800,000 MT, which is really nice. And if I save all of my MT and I'm super smart and try to snipe pieces for cheap and make more MT and stuff, I could probably get one of these players in the next couple weeks, maybe even this week, for free, theoretically. But I would have to spend every single thing that I have, and then I would have nothing. You know what I mean? I would probably be able to maybe potentially grind for enough to get one of these players, and then I would have no MT. And I'd have an amazing card, but I'd have to start over. And like, this content for that reason is just not accessible even to somebody who is really grinding the game, unless you're willing to spend a pretty significant chunk of money. Now, the one thing about Wild Gems content that is really cool, and I do think is good for the community, and I talked about this in an entire video last week. I can go rewatch the video that I made last week. It was a video, and I think it was titled something to the effect of, "This is a different perspective. I know this sucks, but this is a different perspective." I did it last Tuesday. And I talked about how the amount of good cards in the Wild Gems sets has given us more good cards and more flexibility with lineup building than we've ever had at this point in the year, because there are 40 pink diamonds, again, a ton of whom are extremely expensive, but 183 diamonds, 167 amethysts, 195 rubies. There are a lot of great cards sprinkled throughout here. And so people have been able to make MT with those great cards. People have been able to find budget beasts with those great cards. People are able to make snipes and make MT with these packs because of how many good cards are in the packs. So even for, I would say, money spent people as well, they are currently benefiting from these packs with the amount of MT they can make from getting good pulls. Now, the odds still suck, obviously, and the players themselves to try to lock in for any of the top guys are going to be super expensive, but there is some that you can enjoy about it. And so again, my recommendation tomorrow would be to try to get good deals on cards. You know what I mean? See if you can work the market, get a sniper or 2 here. I paid 65K for Diamond Richie Guerin last week, and I sold him earlier today for, you just go watch the Pro Money Spent episode that I drop here in a couple hours. It was wild. I'm at a ton of MT now. I think I just sprung that on a lot of y'all that I'm now at 780K if y'all haven't seen my Twitter or whatever. But like, the game can be rewarding, and there are ways to make MT off of this content, 100%. But it's just boring. It's not really super interactable with, in terms of like, what are people going to be doing tomorrow? What are they going to drop that you're going to grind tomorrow? You know what I mean? And the answer is kind of nothing. So there is a lot to do. You can go play Breakout and get mode reward pieces. Moses is dropping the craziest Breakout methods every day. That dude's cooking. Breakout Gauntlet is great and absolutely worth doing. I would think once a season if it keeps being like this. Showdown is, if you're good at the game, you like to sweat, it's sweaty for sure. You get better at the game by playing Showdown and grinding, and you can get a mode reward there for 75 wins. People are playing Park and Team Up, and like, there is a lot to do. And I do want, again, to make sure that there is that positive perspective in my thoughts as well. I just am not going to sit here and act like this is quality content, because I don't really think it is. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of lazy. I think it's a little disappointing, and honestly, I think it kind of messes with the pacing as well. That's the other thing. Shea, Pippen, and Embiid are season 2, season 3 cards from last year, and last year's pacing was aggressive, and those cards were good in season 2 into season 3 of last year. And like, they're available now. The game's officially been out for 3 days, 4 days. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know. It's a little aggressive. It's definitely pay to win. And it's just a little frustrating to me. That is my thoughts, pretty much. I don't really have a ton else to say other than that, to be totally honest. I am hopeful that this is not what the entire year of content is going to look like on Tuesdays, and I am hopeful that 2K maybe puts a little bit more effort as well into content on non-Tuesday and Friday days, because season-long content is much better this year, and I again have given them a lot of credit for that in terms of the different things, different modes, and different stuff you can grind. But they dropped challenges today, and they're like, you want me to do 5 challenges for a diamond shoe and a gold takeover? You know what I'm saying? Like, we are not serious. So there's some stuff here that's, you got to work a little better and maybe just improve a couple of these things a little bit, man. I don't know why we can't just go back to, if you want to make money, just go back to dropping a Tuesday set, man, and just drop a full set every Tuesday. Give us 13 cards or 10 cards and whatever it may be, and give us a couple sapphires, couple rubies, couple amethysts, couple diamonds, and a pink diamond or something. You know what I mean? Give us a full set on Tuesdays. We don't need super packs every week. I just hope we don't get super packs every week on Tuesday all year. And I hope there isn't, I don't know. Stuff like this is, again, just a bad sign because it screams, oh, we're going to get festivals and stuff more this year, which means more pay-to-win content that is inaccessible for the majority of the player base. Because, again, I'm not even fooling myself into thinking that my Pro Money Spent account is going to look anything like most people's Pro Pass only or no money spent or even low money spent accounts, because I'm grinding the game a ton and I'm playing the game in a very intentional way. I'm being very smart and intentional with my MT and trying to optimize it and grinding the game a ton as well on top of that. So I'm under no delusion that that's reasonable to be able to generally have an incredible team. And I think this type of content sometimes widens that gap. And I just don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I want the game to be a more balanced experience, and when the whales are running around with insane multiple pink diamonds who are basically a season ahead of most of the rest of the pacing, that's tough. You know what I'm saying? So those are my thoughts. I mean, it is what it is. Besides Pippin, everybody else here is pretty counterable. Pippin's just ridiculous right now with the way the fades are. But point being, I don't think you need any of these cards to compete. I think you can still win the majority of your games and have a lot of success without these guys. But when it comes to King of the Court and stuff, they know what they're doing, and people who want to win King of the Court are probably going to want these cards for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Hopefully there is maybe slightly better pack outs tomorrow. I doubt it. Hopefully there's a way to get some free content tomorrow. I also doubt it, but we'll see. I have a feeling this is unfortunately going to be another week of like, wow, that's underwhelming for Tuesday content, but it is what it is. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I will be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.